Hey, what is up? Not a newbie, back again with yet another stream. And today we've got a lot of things to get to, a lot of things to cover. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I did in fact change the camera angle slightly. I moved my monitors up. I kind of noticed that they were a little bit low, and I'm trying to hit that 90 boys. Trying to set it up so that like this setup is optimized to maximize some good posture here. I mean, I've been a little bit conscious about setting up my desk properly, but I don't know, my back still gets sore sometimes, so I'm hoping to cut down on that with some some good practices here as far as getting my stream set up. But anyways, what's poppin'? It's good to see you guys. Very excited to do another stream because we have a lot of different things to cover. So if you guys have noticed the music here, this music is the brand new leaked song by Drake and The Weeknd. Or is it? This is a song by Ghostwriter. Now, Ghostwriter is some dude or person on TikTok who decided to make a song using AI. Now, the weird thing to me about the whole thing with Ghostwriter is that there's not a lot of information available about Ghostwriter. Apparently, he has like ties to some like marketing company selling like the software as a service. But I find it interesting that hold on, let me pull this up here. But there are a couple things that I found interesting. First of all, the guy put the song up on all platforms, but then it's getting removed by DSPs. Now, apparently the song is available in some places because last time I checked, it had about 600,000 plays. Now it has 1.5 million plays. And also had like it still has the same amount of monthly listeners though. But it's interesting that we're seeing more play stats here than we did before. But I think the weirdest thing to me, let me see if I can pull this link up. Oh, hey, Official Mike. Let me see if I can pull this link up. Let's see. Hearts on my sleeve. Let's see. Where's the official YouTube video? Okay, here's the part about this whole story that seems the strangest to me, right? It's not the ties that Ghostwriter has with a marketing company. It's actually the fact that the song has been pulled due to a copyright claim by Universal Music Group. Now, you can't really rightfully do a copyright claim if the music isn't legit, if you don't actually own the music. So now I'm a little bit curious as to what happened. I think there are two theories about this. First of all, UMG could have easily bought the rights, for the song from Ghostwriter. But there's also another theory that I'm kind of creating out of thin air, which is that Ghostwriter is not a producer. Ghostwriter did not make the song using AI, but Ghostwriter is not even a person. What's really happening is this is a big marketing ploy to market this song before it comes out, get the song to blow up, and also see what kind of controversy you could stir up using AI. Now, there are two main reasons I think that this is a possibility, maybe not necessarily true. First of all, most people who make songs with AI, they will say what technology they used, share tutorials, that sort of thing. We didn't see Ghostwriter do any of this, so I found that rather interesting. On the other hand, the song sounds so real and so legit, it's entirely plausible that this could be an actual legit song that they're trying to pass up as AI to see how believable it is and then drive up hype and hysteria over the track. I feel like that's possible. I could be wrong. This could not be the case with the leaked, AI song with Drake and The Weeknd. But I think the theory is so interesting. And it just makes too much sense for me to completely ignore. So, I don't know. I find it interesting, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Anyways, let's see. Official Mike in the chat said, I found a guy to lobotomize. His name is Jeffrey Marsh. No. Why are we arguing for lobotomies in the chat? It's kind of weird. In any case, we've got other things we can react to as well, but I do want to check the Discord here, see what people have to say. What? Wait, what? You guys were just sending normal messages in the bread queue. It's not what the bread queue is for. What? Official Mike, why'd you start a thread? Why'd you start a thread in the bread queue? You weren't even asking to, talk on stream or anything. You just... I'm so confused. I'm so lost. So the guy at least needs to be deplatformed. What are you talking about? Who? Who is Jeffrey Marsh? I did not get this opposition research. Who is this man? Oh, but hold on. If Mr. Pizza sent me something to react to. Let's see here. Hold on, let me pull this up here. We got a couple actual uploads for React requests here. No, not links, but
This is perfect. I can finally take you down once and for all. Huh. Try me, you weakling.
Yo, not gonna lie, that looks fire. Although I will say, dude, ask me to send in voice lines. I'll send in voice lines for this.
This is perfect. I can finally take you down once and for all.
Dude, just let me record voice lines. I'll literally be like, this is perfect. Now I can take you down once and for all. That's too cheesy, but you get the picture. Ask me and I'll legit record voice lines for that. Hold on, Italian artisan who I forget who this. Oh, DJ LL. DJ LL sent this here in the React requests.
More, and I think I watched that time. Cause what the hell? She's anyway.
What? what is this? Hold on.
More, and I think I watched that time. Cause what the hell? She's anyway.
I am. It's bizarre edit. I'm a little bit confused as to what that one's supposed to be. I don't. I might need a transcription for that too, because the vocals were a little bit quiet. That one had me a little bit confused. Oh my goodness, these are TTS worthy. Hold on, let me turn the TTS back on. Official Mike. What is this? Jeffrey Marsh is a Discord moderator. TikTok is legit. Hey kids, message me privately. Who? Wait, Jeffrey Marsh? If I look up Jeffrey Marsh, will there be YouTube videos about him? Jeffrey Marsh? Oh, Jeffrey Marsh. Literally, when I search up Jeffrey Marsh creepy shows up. Well, there's wait, Muslim mother? Okay, interesting. Wait, who is Jeffrey Marsh? Oh, this dude's an absolute weirdo. This guy. Bro.
Official Mike. Said in the chat.
Cult groomer? What?
TikToks, yes, and YouTube.
Cult groomer? Hold on, wait a second. Let's just watch a few of these. What in the world? Let's watch a few of these clips. Hold on, let me see.
Your parents screwed up. It's okay to say so. That's why I made a Patreon, so that we could talk about it, so that we could connect in a way that has more privacy, so that we could talk to each other in a way that's more open and stuff that we wouldn't share in the comments of a video like this. I think.
Okay, this is dude. This is a this is a red flag in the form of a neon sign. The dude starts off in this video saying, your parents are terrible, message me instead, and also pay for my Patreon. This is like an emotional OnlyFans. Like, what is happening here?
I think you're worthy and valuable, and I wanted to spend more connected time with you, healing together and hearing your deeply inspiring stories.
Okay, this is weird on multiple levels, right? He's talking about people he doesn't even know. Like, it's different if he has like a tight-knit community and speaking directly to people he already knows, but this is like I'm assuming a public video that like outsiders are gonna find, and he's basically calling for randos to send him private messages. That's so weird. That's so strange.
Were you the little helper in your family? The little fixer? Was it your job to morph into whatever a parent needed to help ease, soothe, fix the situation? I just want to point out you might still be doing that stuff. Other people don't need fixing. You don't.
And what's he? I feel like he's probably preying on like vulnerabilities, like legitimate vulnerabilities or like issues that people have, but it feels like he's doing this in a way that's like predatory, because I mean the issue that he's putting on here is like a legit issue that people have experienced or whatever, but is the solution to go and send him private secret messages on Patreon that you wouldn't show your parents? Like, I don't know, probably not.
Don't need fixing. Nobody needs solving.
Nobody needs solving, right? What about transphobes? Do they need solving? Do they need fixing, or are they fine just the way they are because you're open, welcome, and loving and inclusive?
You can have rest and peace.
It's just so weird and creepy. No, I think I disagree with my chatter here. I don't think that he should be lobotomized. Probably just like put away in jail, for 2 or 3 lifetimes. If like he is intentionally doing this to like, prey on children. Oh, I saw this clip. This was weird.
Let me tell you something about LGBTQ, right? It's about trans rights. This is only going in one direction.
This is like one of the creepiest videos I've seen.
You will respect us.
And like, bro, the cold eyes are like everything here.
You can be upset. You can be angry. You can think it's unfair. You can feel like we're stealing something from you. But it's still only going in one direction.
Yeah, no. This is bold of this guy to assume that the trans agenda is going to succeed, completely in finality, with no obstructions or roadblocks. I think there's some aspects of it that are kind of turning some parents off. General society sees some things that very clearly don't make sense, that they're starting to oppose now, even codifying into like rules and laws and whatnot. It's a little bit foolhardy to think that, the trans agenda is going to win the day. This is particularly since it's, the amount of people who actually believe in the trans agenda is relatively small. The majority of people who support it are generally just going with the flow because they don't want to be called a mean name like a transphobe or something. So pretty bold of him to assume that we're all just going to go with the flow all the way until the end. I think that a lot of people do have, they do have a point where, enough is enough.
You will respect us.
Who the do you think you are, you crazy little...
Hold on, wait. So, and what does he mean by, like, respect us, too? Because I can respect you all the live long day, but, I mean, that doesn't mean that I, like, agree with you. Or that, like, I think that you're right or your agenda needs to be codified or supported. Let's see. Hold on. So, there is this Matt Walsh video about Jeffrey Marsh. We can watch this video. You know, this
One other-
dude seems like an absolute creep, so I don't want to spend too much time focusing on him, but you know, we can certainly take a look at this. We certainly take a look at this. This is Matt Walsh breaking down, you know, who Jeffrey Marsh is.
One other thing, well, maybe one or two other things, but this is a guy that we've seen on the show before, Jeffrey Marsh, and he's all over TikTok. He's on the other social media platforms, and he's a professional groomer. This is what he does. He grooms and indoctrinates, and that's all he does. And he doesn't even try. What's interesting about this guy is that he doesn't try to hide the predator vibes at all.
Yeah, the weird thing is there wasn't anything where it's like, you know, I'm not trying to like indoctrinate you. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to groom you. Like, he didn't say any of that, which was a little bit odd too. Because a lot of times you see on the left, like, damage control. It's like, what's not grooming? What's not grooming? Calm down. No. There's actually none of that here. So, like, it's almost like if you wanted to accuse him of being a predator, accuse him of being a Discord moderator, accuse him of being a groomer, I don't even know if he would say, no, I'm not.
He's not doing anything to hide that. And so here's his latest video. Watch.
If you need a family, you can come hang out with me.
That chain's pretty fire, not gonna lie.
They may not see the real you, but that does not mean that you're not real.
So there's this narrative, it seems like, a through line throughout all this guy's videos, which is, your family is evil, so sign up for my Patreon. Which, first of all, non sequitur, you know, it's a non sequitur logical fallacy, right? Because just because, you know, let's say that someone's family sucks, even just for the sake of discussion, doesn't mean that automatically you should run into the arms of Jeffrey Marsh. You know, there's weirdo strangers kind of looking all weird like this. This is just very odd. But of course, I mean, children who I assume are his target audience aren't going to notice a lot of the red flags or the oddities, which I think is kind of unfortunate. And this is all the more reason why parents need to, you know, make sure that their children are, you know, being safe when they're on the internet or not on the internet at all.
I love you very much.
He's saying this to people he doesn't even know, right? Not even talking to like a Discord community, a live chat where he knows the people who are in the chat. No, he's making a video, a public video on TikTok that strangers are going to see, saying that he loves them. Saying he loves people he doesn't even know in this sort of way is highly inappropriate.
I'm gonna go cry.
What?
With love.
What?
Like I said, not trying to hide the predator vibes. It couldn't be any more explicit than if he recorded that video in a white cargo, in a nondescript white cargo van. If he pulled up in the cargo van and unrolled the window and said, "Hey kids, if you need a family, I'm here. Let's hang out." Couldn't make it any more explicit.
I mean, this is literally like the internet version of that.
But this is not just grooming, though it is that. This is cult indoctrination to a T. This is cult 101 stuff, what you're seeing. It's Predator 101 and Cult 101, and obviously those two things are very much linked.
Yeah.
Say, well, if your family rejects you, if your family doesn't want you around, I'll be your family member. Forget about your family. You don't need them. You just need me. I'm here for you. That's cult indoctrination. And what makes it even more terrifying is that kids are not only encountering that message on TikTok and on social media. It's bad enough there, but this is also, of course, what they're getting in the schools. And that'll do it for this portion of the show. As we move over to the members block, hope to see you there. If not, talk to you on Monday. Godspeed.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, hey, I suppose thanks for raising awareness about this dude. Although you made me exponentially more creeped out. Because I didn't know about this dude, so oof. Oof. I wasn't thinking about starting the stream today on such heavy topics. Hold on, let me see. I know you sent a whole bunch of messages there, official Mike. Let me go through all these. Skimmer told me to IRL rage quit after I sent the scammer satanic messages and then called him a scammer. Well, you've been sending the dude like these like weird and creepy messages. I mean, it's not surprising that he would send weird and creepy messages back. This is not a game that you should be playing, especially if you're gonna cry and be like, "Oh, he sent me mean messages back." You're sending him mean messages, right? Like, who gave you immunity? What makes you think you can send weird messages to people and they're not gonna send weird messages back? I don't know. You need some better things to do. You need more Legos. I don't know. Oh, also, another thing too. Let's see.
We
So.
can't hear you.
Oh wait, you couldn't hear me? Wait, you could. Yo. I literally forgot to add the webcam audio input here. And I forgot to add. I forgot how to add the audio. So the audio for the audio for the desktop audio isn't going in. But yeah, so this webcam is actually the first webcam we've ever had in our house as a family. It's very old, clearly very crappy. But I'm like, hey, I've got the second webcam. How could I put this to use? I'm not sure exactly how I should put this to use yet. But hey, chat, let me know what you guys think about this. And if there are any... Hold on, you said you can't hear me? You can't hear me still? That's so weird. It's literally showing up. But anyways, it's weird. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let me know.
Official Mike said in the chat.
All right, let's see.
I can hop on a call and show you.
Let me check this out here. Yeah, I read that one already. God loves kids too much. Yep, very true. Mike said you're not going to molest my kids without me breaking a few of your teeth.
It's
well, dude,
right.
Hold on. Wait a second. I thought you wanted money, not kids. But anyways, I mean, that's
Official
a whole legal thing.
Mike.
I mean, look.
Said in the chat.
The Bible says, and I know you're not a Christian.
Hear you now.
I know you're not a Christian, so you're not going to be a fan of that. But, the Bible says that vengeance is mine. And that's from God's perspective. So, I don't know if you're the person who should break the teeth, unless it's like an immediate, defensive situation where, the guy's very presently physically molesting the kid. Then that's a whole different thing. Yeah, I mean, for Mike, complaining about the scammers. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you should expect, to be honest. Dude, why do you keep on complaining in the chat about the messages that got sent to you? This is what you came here for. You're sending creepy, weird messages. They're sending creepy, weird messages back. This is how this goes.
Official Mike
What were you
Mike
expecting? Like Hello
said
Kitty
in the
memes?
chat.
Like,
But I will protect my kids
Hey,
if I
come
have
on.
any.
let me see here. The platform Jeffrey Marsh. I don't know if he's doing anything that'd be against TOS. Is running a cult? Is running a cult against TOS? I don't know. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Official Mike. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Tell me, can you hear me now? I want to know if you can hear me now. Can you hear this? Yo, I have no idea what to do with that camera, but I feel like I'm gonna have fun with it eventually. I just gotta figure out how exactly I need to use it. Let's see here. Yes. Okay. Good. I do gotta figure out how to get the desktop
Official
audio
Mike
output
said
added.
in the chat.
Unless, hold on. Let's see. Maybe it's audio output capture. There it is.
In the chat.
There we go.
Loud
there we
and
go.
clear.
Now we've got the perfect. Now we got the good. Now we've got the audio from the TTS pumping in through the camera. Awesome. But yeah, I guess yeah, this is the microphone. Or this is the camera. Interested to hear your thoughts. But anyways, we've got more content to go over. Actually, first of all, hold on. This just came up on my feed. I wanted to react to it. I have no idea what it is. But let's see. Weird. It's called Becoming... Here we go. So this video here is called Becoming the First Person to Get Canceled in 2022.
I don't like.
I was curious to hear what he had to say. We missed the opportunity to hear what this man had to say, and it's so sad that, you know, his life got cut short so quickly. Like, he could have been saying, "I don't like blackmail." No, that doesn't sound any better. That's intersectional because it's also sexist. Yo, I've got no idea what he was gonna say. No, I'm kidding. That's funny. Good meme though. Good meme. Very fun. Right. Let's see here. All right, so we have a massive firestorm on our hands. Most of you know who Mr. Beast is, but not all of you know who Chris is. Chris is one of Mr. Beast's longtime friends, longtime member of the Mr. Beast YouTube channel, and over the past several months, people have noticed something a little bit strange. So, you know, Mr. Beast, as the channel has grown, has been adding lots of new members to his channel, to the point where it's like a company, basically. He's got full staff and everything, just like Moses. Anyways, one of these new members of his channel is also a content creator. His name is Carl Jacobs. Now, people have been saying that ever since Carl Jacobs joined the YouTube channel, Chris has been more and more effeminate, to the point where this is something that's been dubbed as the Carl effect. Now, I don't know how legit this is. You know, I don't know if this is something that Carl is pressuring him into doing, or if this is something that just naturally happened as Chris got to know Carl better, or if Carl has, you know, no connection to Chris's transition process at all. But news has come out that Chris is transitioning. He's not necessarily binary, I suppose, but he's on HRT now, and he actually went and left his entire family as this transition has been occurring, he and his wife are currently getting separated. So, in the midst of all of this, Sunny V2 put out a video kind of encapsulating the whole drama, and it's gotten massively disliked. Some people have been calling it like transphobic. Some people have just been saying it's bad takes. Sunny V2 has been taking fire, over the past year, really, for the way that he puts out his videos. But, because I understand it too, because Sunny V2 can be overly negative. The title of this video alone shows it, right? Why Chris will soon be a nightmare for Mr. Beast. We don't know if Chris becoming trans is going to be bad for Mr. Beast and his brand. One could assume that, a lot of people are going to be upset about it, but there's a whole other cadre of folks who are going to be happy about it. Anyone connected to the ESG most certainly is likely to give Mr. Beast more money now. So, I don't know what exactly is happening here. I have not seen this video, and I don't watch Mr. Beast's content. So, let's watch Sunny V2's video together, shall we? And see what the heck is going on, and see if Sunny V2's video is as bad as people are saying it is.
The Chris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for Mr. Beast's brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the Mr. Beast channel. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Chris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented the quintessential Southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, the quintessential
if he's supposed to be this macho dude who's extremely masculine, Meat Lovers doesn't belay that the way that you would think that it does.
Southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2000.
Okay, Virtual Mike in the chat says Chris is virtue signaling. I don't know much about the people involved, but I will say, based on everything I've seen, which is granted very scant, I don't think that he's virtue signaling. I think that this is legit, a legit transition. Now it's possible that he's virtue signaling, but unless Carl Jacobs is blackmailing him, I don't even see how or why he would virtue signal, because he's part of Mr. Beast. He's on top of the world, probably making millions of dollars. I don't know why he would even need to virtue signal.
Represented the quintessential Southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Chris would...
Interesting. I mean, that is a typically feminine thing to do, but a lot of straight cisgender men, paint their nails. So, of course, I know that this is just one in a series of changes that he's making, but to say that this is the first clear indication that something was up is it's a little far-fetched.
Highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, which accompanied another post reading, "Okay, so in 4 different customs I had to prove I was myself because I, quote, look nothing like my passport pic, so much that I'm considering updating my passport. Do you see any resemblance?"
That's really interesting. I mean, it looks like he's lost some weight, in a healthy way, not an unhealthy way. So his face doesn't look as oval like no, that's not the way to put it. His face seems a little bit narrower. It's not as chunky. This is worse. His face looks healthier, a healthier shape, a different shape than it was before. And I guess with this hairstyle, of course, you're not going to be able to see the hairline as well. But nothing wrong with the post in of itself. Actually, looks like he's a little bit healthier physically, so that's nice.
Prompting replies such as, "You went from man to boy." Chris responded by stating, "Nah, to be honest, I just really started taking my mental health seriously and eating better."
We can see that with
Yet his
his
Twitter
weight
photos
loss
kept
there.
insinuating that Chris was becoming more feminine, with this same kind of look showing up in his Mr. Beast appearances. For example, on the 6th of January 2000...
Also, I will say, every time Mike said Chris looks ugly for a girl. First of all, he's not identifying as a girl yet. I think he identifies as non-binary. Second of all, you're absolutely right. That hairstyle is just not working for him.
kind of look showing up in his Mr. Beast appearances. For example, on the 6th of January 2023, Beast Reacts uploaded a video titled I Strapped a GoPro to a Fish, in which Chris dressed in a way that prompted comments such as, Chris has been adopting more and more traits that remind me of my grandmother. Okay, so some people just gonna ignore Chris's nails. Chris had to have lost a bet. The
Who was gonna ignore Chris's nails? He was making social media posts about it.
look is getting wild. The response to the video
That's the last bet. You know, that's a reasonable assumption, actually. Yo, imagine if he's like caught up in gambling and he just keeps on losing bets.
video then prompted countless viral TikToks, such as this one with 700,000 likes, stating how did Chris go from this to this, while others even made the claim that Carl had turned him gay.
Now, one thing that's interesting is this all happened during the pandemic, right? Where a lot of people that kind of forced people to be chronically online. Now, the way that certain algorithms are pushing, they're pushing certain narratives. It's possible that it's more the internet influencing Chris here than it is Carl. I think that's actually a lot more likely. Because Carl is one kid who was like a youngling to the Mr. Beast channel. I don't know how much leverage or power he would have over Chris to convince him to do something so drastic as like transition and do HRT. If my mic said non-binary equals I'm a narcissist and I'm on top, nothing can stop me? No, dude. Dude, what is... Dude, no. Okay, I think I know someone else like to debate next, though. We should debate this issue. You've got to be more charitable to like the folks with these like gender issues, because while I'm not on board with the whole ideology, you at least have to consider like what they're thinking and what they might be what they're thinking and like what might be going through their heads. Like, you can't just run around saying, oh, if you say that you're non-binary, you're just a narcissist. Like, no. I mean, I'm sure for some narcissists that is the case, but not for all of them. There's more to it than that, I would say. First of all, my dad said non-binary is mentally ill and should seek professional counseling. I mean, that is true. But that's a little bit different than saying that they're narcissists.
Yeah. Now, this was pretty ridiculous as Carl isn't even that feminine, and Chris had come out as bisexual years before he and Carl had even met. The true catalyst for Chris Tyson's feminization instead seemed to have come from his marriage. In January 2022, Chris would post a photo with his wife to his Instagram, yet after this, the family photo stopped altogether. Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails. Chris confirmed the split in a post from March 2023 reading, for a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated, with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end.
Hold on, let me see here. Shoot. So I recently redid my sound settings to get rid of noise canceling, and I'm sure you heard the fan going on in the background. I just realized my threshold for my compressor probably picked up a lot of that noise, so if you guys hear the fan in the background, I'm sorry about that.
And Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a now me and Katie have been separated, with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end.
Is that though? Did the timelines match that well?
Chris went from lighting campfires and
do they truly match it that well? March 28th, 2023. What's the nail one? Where's the nail post?
I got my nails to display increasingly feminine traits.
Dude didn't even show the time.
Facial appearance.
March 28th. Okay, I mean, it does kind of correlate. Well, March 28th, 2023.
That from the ring's absence correlating Chris's transformation.
March 28th. Okay, I mean, I can see that then. The times are actually pretty similar.
Began as soon as his marriage came to an end. Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails. As the criticism continued to pile, Chris announced that he'd be taking a break from social media. And while there was a possibility that Chris would make efforts to return to his former self, he'd rather do the opposite and double down on his feminine image, showing up to the Kids' Choice Awards looking like this this before making the announcement that he'd been doing HRT for approximately 2 months, which according to a quick Google search is the medical process for changing genders. Chris would expand on this by stating, "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies, which receive."
Okay, now one thing I do want to point out too, in their studies for this, I should probably dig through them and find them and post them in the Discord, but it is not conclusive at all that gender affirming care will save lives in the majority of cases. I mean, there's some cases where it certainly has, but it doesn't always shake out that way. There's only one long-term study that's been done on this, and that happened over the course of 40 years. Now, granted, the sample size is small, so I don't think this is conclusive, but it did say that actually people had a higher chance of IRL rage quitting if they went through gender transitions versus if they didn't. So I think that's like one thing to consider too. Another thing to consider is that the vast majority of children who wait until puberty is completed to transition, there's just decide not to transition at all. A whole part of it is, everyone knows that part of being a teenager, you're not, your body's changing, you're not entirely used to it, you're not comfortable with your body. And, a lot of mainstream media, influencer narratives are saying that if you're uncomfortable with your body, it means you got to transition. And they want to rush people into that now, what is it, like $3 trillion industry. So
received a positive response.
Let me fact check that before I speak out my neck. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that it's a $3 trillion industry. Transition industry. Let's see here. No, I don't know. I forget where the number was, but I thought I saw something where it's like it's at least several millions of dollars. The industry is extremely lucrative.
From both Carl and Mr. Beast, who wrote, "Got you, I did one more heart than Carl because I'm a better friend." While his co-workers expressed positivity, others weren't so welcoming. There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man time.
This is very true. This is very true. The first part, absolutely. It's very sad that the kid's not going to be able to grow up with like a legit father. The dad's trying to become a woman, even though it's not necessarily possible. And then on top of that, he's going to be out of the picture, at least in some respect, because they're getting separated. So the dad who's been there for years is just going to disappear, and then show up as a woman, or at least not a man. At some points, that's kind of unfortunate and pretty sad. And the whole thing about hard times and strong men, the whole thing is legit. Especially because our current society, we kind of focus a lot on comfort. We kind of focus a lot on coddling people, protecting people's feelings. Because honestly, we're so privileged as a society that our greatest threats, the biggest thing we have to deal with are people hurting our feelings. And so that's kind of treated as like a war zone now. Protecting our feelings is a civil rights issue. It's so cringe, but that's kind of where we're at as a society. Like this dude says, weak times, man.
Chris responded to this comment by stating, "This is just more dog whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs for me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film. He is so loved and happy. Kids aren't born with hate, it's taught by people like you, and my child will only know love."
That's such weird, it's such a weird cultish response. That's so weird. But I mean, maybe the internet got to him. I feel like a response like this kind of definitely shows that the internet, the whole narrative is kind of getting to him. Like, he said nothing about parents. He's saying nothing about trans people not being safe around kids. In fact, like, he's just pointing out probably that Chris is getting separated from his family. This does mean that he's not going to have a stable father figure in the picture. How are you going to be separated and then see your kid every day? Like, how does that work, right? And then even then, he's not really going to be like a real father because he's like trying to be more feminine and trying to like become this thing that he's not. So it's not, what Evan's saying is not entirely unbased in reality. Now, I think he is maybe assuming that Chris is not going to be able to be a part of his son's life, or that like his son's going to be repelled by Chris in some way, which according to Chris, the son's completely fine and happy with it. So it might be a little bit uncharitable to say that Chris will, will not be in his child's life at all. But I mean, whether or not he's in his life or not, it's certainly not ideal to kind of like take away the experience that like the child would have if he did have like a legit like father who was a masculine figure kind of in his life, and in the family.
I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker.
Okay, one thing I would point out about this, this doesn't really make it seem like he did this for Chris, or that Chris did this for Tucker, because, he's saying that like, I made this, I put the love of my love for my child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up. Like, it's one thing, to make the calculated decision and be like, yeah, this is the best thing to do. But the way that he's phrasing it makes it seem like I want to be my best and happiest when I'm around Tucker. Not like, how would Tucker feel about this? Would he benefit from having a masculine figure in the home? It doesn't really seem like that's a part of his calculus. A lot of it was, how will I feel when I'm around him? Now, granted, that can easily be a very rational, consideration when trying to make a decision about anything. Because, like, let's say that, you have, like, anger issues or something, and you're tempted to drink. And then you're like, well, how will I feel, if I'm, if I come home drunk and angry, how would that make my kid feel? I want to show up as my happiest and best self for him. So, I mean, that does make sense. And I'm not completely invalidating everything that Chris is saying. I'm just saying that he's wording it in a way that makes it seem like what he's trying to say isn't actually the case.
Chris's response received some positivity, such as, I'm convinced you're an amazing father. Tucker is lucky to have you and also lucky to have all of those who surround and support you in his life, as well as, I adore that, I'm glad you made that decision. It's so much easier to be a parental figure when you're not struggling with dysphoria, yet he'd also receive an equal amount of backlash.
The weird thing about this so far is that, Sunny V2's been like painted as like transphobic, which is a little bit odd because if we're using the term colloquially, like, there hasn't really been anything transphobic that Sunny V2 said, right? So far, it's pretty much just been reading messages mentioning there seems to be some sort of correlation between a couple of events, but he hasn't even said his own opinion yet. I find that rather interesting.
You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty. Pathetic. He will get torn apart at school, won't want to have friends around his house, a life full of difference and being alone.
I mean, it's a good point, but I think to a certain extent that's the kid's fault, right? Like, you could say that it's reasonable to expect that Tucker would experience this if he goes through transition, so that had to be a part of the calculus. But at the same time, it is the parents' fault, like the parents of the other kids, for not teaching their kids any better if they're going to be bullying Tucker for something that's not even Tucker's fault. It's not Tucker's fault that Chris is doing this. It's Chris's fault. So you shouldn't bully Tucker for this. But, kids are dumb and emotional, and some of them like being bullies. But, I think, the parents have to step up. If the parents are going to be bullying Tucker, then you have to put an end to it and be like, stop, no, this is unacceptable. We will not take this. Because bullying is not good. Now, knowing how to stand up to bullies is good and an important lesson everyone should learn, but that doesn't mean that you should be the bully. No one should be the bully.
must have missed the point in that tweet. How's this for him when you're depriving him of a father figure? Although Chris wasn't altered by these comments, as he'd once again reiterate his certainty in a new post reading, "It's never too late to start being yourself," which received praise from MrBeast as well as Nolan and Carl.
Interesting.
However,
this is interesting because, like, people... I saw Ruslan, I think, put out a video saying that MrBeast is promoting transgenderism or something like that. And, you know, this leans into, like, supporting Chris and what he's saying. But, hey, supporting transgenderism or promoting transgenderism would be pushing it out. Saying, hey, if you're experiencing if you're experiencing gender dysphoria, you should go transition. Or just like telling people in general, like, hey, if you're like, you know, unsure of how you feel about yourself, yeah, go transition, throw on some HRT and see how that goes. But we're not seeing such messaging from MrBeast, at least not yet, as far as this video is concerned.
These comments also added extra fuel to the fire. In a few years, look back at this thread and remember they were never your friends. Only yes men cowards.
Bro.
Hope you come out of this safe.
Bro, this thing is kind of cringe. Like, unless he's like maliciously trying to trans kids, which doesn't seem to be the case here. Looks like he's literally just doing something for himself and then saying how nice it is and saying, you know, if you're thinking about doing this, maybe do it too. Versus, and also in a very soft way, right? Very vague and soft way. He's not acting like, you know, becoming trans is the answer for all your woes, right? Which a lot of like trans activists will do. He's more or less just saying this worked for me. That seems to be pretty much what he's saying. I don't understand this tweet at all. Right? I mean, it's true. None of us internet creators are your friends, but like, to say that this makes him a yes man and a coward? I don't understand.
MrBeast responded to this with a simple opinion irrelevant ratio, to which the original commenter would state, "I have 30 followers, so go ahead and ratio me. I'll still rest easy knowing that I'm not a coward who idly sits by watching my friend ruin his own life."
Oh, I see. So is he arguing that MrBeast should have intervened and told him, like, you know, you shouldn't do this? Which, I mean, honestly is fair. Like, I'm not going to insert myself into like such decisions by other people if they don't necessarily ask me, most likely. You know, I've never really been in this situation exactly, so I can't really say how I would respond. Now if someone asked me my opinion, I would probably say, yeah, no, you probably shouldn't, you know, give yourself scoliosis for, you know, thousands of dollars a month. But, you know, if the person doesn't ask you, you know, you have no obligation, I don't think, to necessarily to tell them to stop, although it probably would be a good thing to tell them to stop. But on the other hand, MrBeast clearly agrees. So I think to call him a yes man, I think he's probably being genuine too and supporting him through the transition.
Life. In some ways, it was nice to see the boys standing up for Chris on Twitter. However, the situation has already begun to change the dynamic within the videos. For example, in a recent live stream titled Opening 1,000 Mystery Art Boxes, Chris would once again dress in quite a feminine way, and while everybody participated as usual, the energy and vibe didn't feel nearly as smooth as it normally does. It felt as though there was an unaddressed elephant in the room, and therefore everybody was in their head, as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company.
That's weird because, like, there's nothing unaddressed or there's nothing, there's no elephant. Everything's public on Twitter. Dude said he's on HRT. What more do you want? I mean, he even talked about his preferred pronouns. Like, I don't understand what more you would want from Chris. He's given you guys everything. He told you guys that he's separating from his family. Like, if there's anything, what would be unresolved? I'm at a loss here.
Yeah, maybe everybody was simply too busy opening packages, but Chris did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my God, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well. It looks just like you.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, it's Jimmy.
How did fan art? This is what we were looking for. Be brave, be honest, be kind, Mr. That is.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with that type of humor, but the tough thing is, at least from these clips, and now granted, this is highly edited, right? So I could be completely wrong, but it looks like these jokes are making MrBeast uncomfortable. Like, I understand people have different brands of humor, right? The streamer Myth, you know, he didn't get my jokes that I sent him in the chat. It's completely different than a joke that like is visibly making someone uncomfortable, which it seems like is the case here because, you know, we've got Mr. Beast over here sitting on the couch like, heh heh, let's open that next box. Versus being like, you know, I just don't get that joke, man. I'm sorry. This just seems to make him uncomfortable. Let's watch this again. Maybe I'm reading into this too much.
Incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my God, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well.
Yeah,
looks just like
he doesn't look like that made him, like he was smiling at first and then his complexion just changed, his countenance just changed to be like, oh. And then like went back to kind of like what looks like a fake laugh face to me.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, it's Jimmy.
How did fan art? This is what we were looking for. Be brave.
Yeah, he's trying to divert attention. So, I don't know. If Mr. Beast is uncomfortable by these, if Mr. Beast is uncomfortable by these jokes, I mean, I would say that he probably needs to speak with Chris, you know, behind the scenes, not in front of the cameras, and say, hey, those jokes made me uncomfortable. Please don't do that again. Right. And then Chris should listen. I don't think this is as big of a deal, though, as people would assume that it is, unless there's a pattern of Chris just disregarding Mr. Beast's feelings, which I would frankly presume that there isn't. But yeah, this is a bit odd, but it's not a huge deal. So I think, you know, a lot of viewers are probably going to blow this out of proportion. It's not a huge deal.
Be honest, be kind, Mr. Beast. That is my tagline.
Becoming even weirder when each member started to pay each other compliments.
Hey, nice shirt. Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Thanks. Nice shirt.
Nice shoes.
For the most part, the live stream was devoid.
Wait, what? Okay, that's weird. Because it makes it seem like Mr. Beast was refusing to compliment Chris's shirt. But he was supporting his transition, like, on Twitter. I don't know why. Now, maybe it's to get back at him for saying that he looked like a woman or something, as a joke, clearly. But that's kind of weird. Now, is he being fake on Twitter and not actually supporting the transition? You know, Mr. Beast did, at least used to, publicly identify as a Christian. But, I mean, based on an interview with, you know, Logan Paul on Impulsive, he kind of has cast that all to the side. But this is a bit of a strange interaction that shows, it looks like it shows some tension between Chris and Mr. Beast.
Void of awkward moments. However, it would act as fodder for another 100 million views worth of drama and criticism. Chris likely...
Yo, sometimes people fall out temporarily too. Like sometimes people are just grumpy and grouchy. Like, this doesn't mean that this is a whole big thing. This is literally one stream. I don't know why people are, like, taking this to mean so much.
Believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? Well, maybe. It's difficult to say as the situation is fairly unique, especially when considering Chris's reputation and influence. However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite.
This is a good point, because a lot of people who transition kind of making... a lot of people transition make that transition process their entire like personality to the point where they kind of like cast aside a lot of the aspects of the personality that they had before. So he kind of makes a good point there, but frankly, I'm not quite sure that this would, you know, completely neuter his personality. I mean, we'll see, but I mean, actually, I won't see because I have never really watched Mr. Beast. I probably won't watch Mr. Beast unless there's a video that they put out that seems particularly interesting. But yeah, I mean, certainly possible. Makes sense.
Opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current Mr. Beast audience. This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who implied that there'll be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the videos. Mr. Beast has
I mean, that's an interesting point. It's more about the community, though. He didn't say anything about the quality of the videos. So that's a little bit of a red herring there. The tweet didn't say anything about the quality of the videos.
Likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway. And if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended and is often nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video. On top of this, it can be...
But this is not the same as that, because like this is real life, pretty much. It's not a cosplay thing. It's not something just for the YouTube channel. It's a legit transition. I mean, the dude's taking it so far that he's like separating with his family over it, right? Like, it's a big deal. A very off-screen big deal. So to say that this is performative, I think is, it's, yeah, not good. It's not good.
Be uncomfortable and unrelatable for the silent majority, although as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the MrBeast brand.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my
So you're a Keemstar?
The problem is this type of situation...
I don't think he's doing this though. I don't think that's what this is, bro. No, he's not gonna separate Chris from his wife and child to get more views on YouTube.
It's probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy. It's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast. I think Jimmy is
I don't think it's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast. Look, at the end of the day, it's all about the fan base, right? Because look, if the fan base coalesces around Chris, the fan base coalesces around MrBeast, then the MrBeast YouTube channel will be fine. Doesn't matter, whether or not he has haters, because the haters are going to be dwarfed by the fans. We actually see those people who are wildly popular. Like, I think Hassan Piker would be a good example of this. Like, Hassan Piker has haters, but I think they're not as numerous as his fans. Right? And also on top of that, being trans and LGBT and being a fan of the current thing is very ESG friendly. So it would likely be easier for him to do things like, get placements of, the various products that they've released into stores, or launching things like Beast Burger joints, out in the wild. Like, I think it would be foolhardy to say that this is a lose-lose scenario for MrBeast. I can't see how that would be the case.
Inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die for real. An inescapable situation.
See, this is presumptuous, right? I don't think his channel will die, because especially since like his videos are more about the concepts, right, than the personalities, right? I mean, the personality that matters most is Jimmy's, as I understand it. But again, I'm naive. I don't watch his videos, so I could be wrong.
Is a pretty good way of describing the drama, which is also why it deserves the harsh label of being a nightmare. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition, as silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious severe repercussions. However, in accepting...
I don't know. I mean, we're seeing celebrities now kind of push back against current thing, against the trans ideology. So, look at the Bud Light thing, right? So I think it's a bit silly to say that he had to do this. He didn't have to do this. He could do what he wants. And I think it's a 50-50 shot either way, is whether or not it hurts or helps his brand. Because I think, if MrBeast says, you know what, this isn't great what Chris is doing, I feel like he would still have a lot of viewers. I don't think it's enough to tank his videos, so long as his videos are still good.
Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm. The only clean solution, should things go south, might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable.
Yeah, because you could also argue that MrBeast forced him out, right? But I guess this does, beg the question, what's the best way forward? Right? Especially if Chris is going to persist. Because if he, decides to detransition, then everything's probably Gucci, right? He can get back with his family, I would hope. Hopefully his wife would take him back, at least for the sake of the kid. And then everything on the channel would be back to normal. But I mean, of course, it doesn't help that there's apparent on-screen tension between Chris and Mr. Beast. That's not good. I mean, I would say, frankly, just don't talk about it, right? He was already becoming more and more feminine, right? He said that he was on HRT for like 2 months and people didn't even know necessarily that HRT was what he was on. So I would say just like, be quiet about it. Don't address it and keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, it is about the content. This whole thing about him being trans, I think, is a little bit of a sideshow, especially since he's not talking about it on screen, right? He's not going on, the video saying, hey, look at me, I'm on HRT, and isn't it so cool that I'm like, not a guy anymore or whatever. Like, he's not like doing that. He's not being like, hey, kids, you should transition too. Like, he's not doing that either, which is like the extreme right is kind of misconstruing things to make it seem like it's what he's saying. So it's just weird, kind of a weird situation to be in, and some people are having weird takeaways. But Sunny V2 video is not particularly bad, so I don't know why people are complaining about it, except for, of course, the assumption that the only thing that could possibly happen is the channel going down. Like, assuming that people aren't going to support the channel if he's trans. I don't think that's accurate.
Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy, forgetting that he achieved his current level of success by avoiding this exact type of drama.
An abrupt ending there. But anyways, that was interesting. That was kind of interesting. Not as like dramatic or opinionated as I was expecting. But I'm a bit confused by people were saying that video was like transphobic. So if you guys have any idea of like what is wrong with the video, leave a comment down below. And I'd be interesting to hear your opinions on this. Certainly a sad case, but we'll have to see. But also at the end of the day, I don't particularly care because I don't watch Mr. Beast. I just wanted to cover it to see if the video is as bad as people say, because I watched a lot of Sunny V2. Some of his videos I don't particularly like the most, but I at least love his editing skills and his voice is fire. So anyways, it's getting a little bit late. So let's see here. Hold on. Pull this up here. It's getting a little bit late, so I'm gonna have to end the stream soon, but I think I do want to pop in and play a little bit of I think I want to play some Halo. I think Halo's what I should fire up. So let's do some of that. And also, you know what? I'm gonna be in like the most general voice chat I can possibly be in, cause ain't none of the COD 3 boys like online at this time of night. It's like 1 a.m. I'm gonna hop into the audiovisual communications channel in my Discord. There, we've got the little bug up there. Sorry, hold on. There it is. We've got the little bug up here. Join the Discord. The link is dscrd.ntnwb.cc. That's the place you want to be if you want to chat with me. So I'm going to be over in the Discord. Literally anyone can hop in, talk to me about whatever. Actually, in hindsight, that seems like a terrible idea because people could very easily jump in and troll, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's do Halo. I haven't hopped on Halo Infinite in a bit. Oh man, I didn't read all your messages, official Mike. But hey, if you want to say something, you can literally just pop into the chat then, or the voice chat and talk. Pretty much Mike said that's why I'm trying to be more man. Yeah, but it's not all about like testosterone and all that stuff. I think a lot of it's like being assertive, standing up for yourself, standing up for others. Being willing to like build stuff, improve your life, move forward in your station of life, generate more social mobility. protect women especially. Be someone who respects women, treats them well, treats them kindly. That's more of being a man than, just pumping yourself with testosterone and then lifting at the gym. And that's like entirely superficial. Is this new or is it updating? I don't know what's happening here. But yeah, bro, what a shallow view to be like, yeah, you know what men are? Strong. And they have testosterone. So if I want to be more of a man, I'm going to go to the gym and work out and get more testosterone. And then I'll be a man. And there are plenty of like cowardly men who are, who have testosterone. I'm quite sure. Think about it as a little bit more that you improve yourself as a person versus improving yourself physically. Now, the two can go hand in hand. Physical health and mental health are very, they're fairly correlated. There we go. As my Mike said, Mr. Beast just don't want to get canceled for harassment. I mean, sure, but he also provided support on Twitter when he didn't need to. So I don't know if it's performative. If it was performative, he would only do it when it was advantageous for him. Or when people would beg him to, and then he would just not do it at other times. But that's clearly not the case from what we see. Most people don't go out of their way to be performative if there's no obvious gain or gain from acting or loss from not acting. And so since he's already said, words of support for Chris on Twitter before, there would be no need for him to keep on giving affirmations, but he gave at least 2 affirmations of what Chris is doing. First of all, Mike said, my dad says we need another war. No, I frankly think that war is stupid, but I mean, they build character too. So it's no, just kidding. I'm way too pro-life to support war. In general, I do think that in some cases, war could be used to limit long-term or net total suffering. So honestly, a good example of this is Ukraine, right? By refusing to actually engage in a legit war, we're dooming far more people to pain and suffering. But really, there should just be one quick, swift campaign. The winners win, and then most of the suffering is done.
Previously in Halo
What the heck is this? Is this a show?
We just got word that the Infinity is missing. The ring gone. No one knows where. We built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans.
Oh, is this a new map?
It's not gonna be easy, but I believe in you.
If these are new maps, that's pretty cool because this game already had plenty of maps.
They aren't hostiles.
Are these new vehicles too? Are we going to be able to play with these in the single player mode?
Is corrupted, ma'am. I'll have to pull the chip.
No! Do that, he dies. And we lose everything he risked his life for.
Eklund, what exactly did Spartan Din put inside his head?
A banished AI.
Who dares to cage the mighty Aratus? I will crush your bodies and feast on the bone.
What? I think that lost a lot of the energy that was in the video. Yo, what's that?
We gotta get that thing out of him.
How?
Carefully. And then get it to tell us everything it knows.
Interesting. I don't know too much about the plots. I don't really know what I just saw, except new maps and maybe new vehicles.
Neuralink is corrupted, ma'am.
Eklund, what exactly did Spartan Din put inside his head?
A banished AI. The first I've ever seen.
Bro, the video quality of this is amazing. It has to be a video file. This looks amazing.
Why here?
Here's the way my computer's rendering this.
Refuse to see.
There's nothing you can show me that I haven't seen 1,000 times.
Accept the truth.
Yo, this looks amazing. Almost photorealistic.
I dare you.
Like that hair, bro. Look at that. The fire and the smoke.
I told them, go at night. Airborne. Would have been different.
Would it?
Get out. Get out.
But there's so much more to see.
This looks like I'm watching a movie.
I smell fear. How disappointing.
You weren't here. And I'm not gonna let you go any further.
Oh, there's that Spartan spirit. Delicious. But in the end, pointless.
You don't know anything.
I know you were a fool. Because the truth is this. It always ends the exact same way.
Death for you. In triumph
For me!
Wow. Wow. Well, that was intense. Okay, new season. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, are there new maps now? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's see. We've got some new maps, boys. Oh, excuse me. It's almost like a whole screen's worth of new maps. That's crazy. Yo, let's hop into these. But I've only got time to play 2 for the end of the night, so. Also, let me know if my camera's acting up a little bit. I've been messing with it, trying to get it to act right. Shoot. And my boom arm kinda sucks. I've been thinking about getting a new one, honestly. But I don't know what would be a good one to get. This one was incredibly cheap, but the parts just don't work. The hinge that makes it move back and forth at times squeaks. It's just not particularly good. Well, let me see here. Yeah, like it. It doesn't work exactly the way it was advertised. Yeah. I mean, it works well enough. It holds up the, every time I move it. So weird. It, like, I'm sure it sounds bad. I'm sure it sounds bad on your guys' end. Well, let me do something with my camera there. Just want to deactivate it and then reactivate it again just to see, because I'm noticing it is getting out of sync. So yeah, if every time I move the microphone it squeaks and stuff, I'm sorry.
Earn more kills than your opponents to win.
There are no enemies though, hold on. Oh, I didn't select the mode. Man, I'm so dumb. Let's see, I think this is the most recent one. Yeah, Stu Myers. Okay, here we go. The one thing is, this whole thing is set like in the open. There's like no cover. So how is this supposed to work?
Round one. Earn more kills than your opponents to win.
Oh, there's no. Ah, does this game not have any hitboxes? Okay. I'll take this, thank you very much.
Rockets. Rockets. Halfway to victory. Double kill. Killing spree.
I'll take that.
Kill.
Man!
You've outdone yourself today, Spartan.
Victory.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy that I didn't get killed until then. That's absolutely wild. Bro, who came up with this? Who came up with this map? This map is awful. I mean, it's fun to play, don't get me wrong. I am number one, but like...
Power items incoming. Power items have arrived.
No, I killed him? I even knew you could run people over in these vehicles. See, I'm afraid that if I go get into the grass...
Spartans are closing in.
Let's go.
I do hope we're insured.
They're close.
Round one.
Let's go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, boys.
Round two.
Keep it up, Spartan.
Double kill.
Bro, it
Triple kill.
took out the whole
You're a
team.
machine, Spartan. A machine
This is incredibly
that
unfair.
produces victory.
Who designed this?
Halfway to victory.
Bro, literally, if you can, you can get the RPG, you've literally won the game. Also, I hate how like the NPCs won't ever board the vehicle. Let's go. Let's go. Where are all the enemies? There we go.
Victory. Killing spree. Double kill.
Let's go. Let's see, where are you?
Power items inbound.
Dang it. Wait, no friendly spawn available. What does it mean to have a friendly spawn available? Alright, come on, y'all. Come on. Take him. Take him. You guys got this. You got numbers, bro. What are they waiting for? Why are they so afraid to, like, explore the map? What are they waiting for? What are they doing? Yo! At the very least, just go and get the bad guys. There's nobody stopping you. And you literally know where they are too. Like, what is this? Come on. Yeah, I don't think there's a time limit on this either. So this is just gonna keep on happening until somebody gets out of cover. Or somebody strays far enough to get a shot off. It's like everyone's in defense mode, but no one's attacking. So it's like, what are you defending? Bro, did they even set the waypoints around on this map? Yo, what is this? Why are they looking into the woods? Is there anything over there? This is so weird. Come on, I want to win. What's the time of this? 12 minutes? Who coded these AI bots? Like, they're literally walking around the surface. Like, at the very least, like, take the vehicle. Right? Like, take the vehicle, drive around. Or just maybe walk a little bit farther than, like, 3 paces away from your treasure chest of weapons. What in the world is this? What am I watching? Yo, chat, what should I do? Because I can't respawn. And the bots aren't doing anything, so they can't free me. My goodness. This is so bad. What is even happening? Am I gonna have to sit here and watch this for 7 more minutes? Why aren't they doing anything? Maybe this is like a training map for people to train, but the bots should still like actually do stuff other than walk around in circles the whole time. Like, bro, whoever coded this should get fired. What's happening? Oh yeah, there we go. We got that fan going on in the background. Let me know if you guys can hear it and if it bothers you. My goodness. How much more time do we have until... Because this is a 12-minute match, right? So we've got 5 more minutes. Bro, can I even take 5 more minutes of this? Yo, move! Push! Go somewhere. Man, we're down to 4 minutes now. No movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. What was that? I heard a shot. Whoa. What happened?
Round 1.
How did I get spawned again? Whoever did that, thank you, but I don't know what happened.
Round 3.
You've got them on the run.
Double kill.
There we go, Booey. I got the double kill.
Overkill.
Consider this posse assembled.
Here's hoping that this means that they're going to congregate by the vehicle. Wait, are we allowed to go out in the grass? Wait,
spree.
we're allowed to go on the grass? Wait, how far are the bounds of this map? Wait, how did I not, why did I not explore this? This is cool. I feel like this would be great for like large scale battles. Wait, this is crazy. Oh, out of bounds, okay. That's too far. I want to go across the bounds and just see how far I can go. Inside of bounds, okay. Maybe this outside of bounds as well.
Power items en route.
Man, I wish there was like some sort of like a force field telling me what was out of bounds and what wasn't.
Power items on the field.
This would be great for bigger parties. If you want to do like a full out like large scale war. But with only a few bots, it's a little boring. Unless you can get them to spawn all the way out here for some reason. Which I don't think they can do. Yeah, wait, why is there all this space if there are no spawn points out here? It's a bit odd. Anyways, let's get back to the battlefield. Oh. Well, I drew their ire.
Nearing victory.
Oh, man. There's no friendly spawn available either. Oh no. But it does look like they're actually trying to fight. Which is good progress. Jump. Dude, you can jump. Come on, man. You can jump in this game. Dude literally was so close. He could have just hurdled. Wait, so why are they still congregating around the power items? It's weird that my teammates are congregating around the power items when our enemy isn't. Come on. Now, what is a friendly spawn? Like, what does that mean exactly? What is a friendly spawn? Come on, bro. I'm starting to zone out. You gotta do something. Anything. But just not this. What is a friendly spawn though? I'm gonna look this up. Halo Infinite, no friendly spawn available. It says no save free spawns? Wait a minute, did the vehicle show back up? Oh, interesting. Apparently it's like an ignore danger option. Yeah, people are complaining about it all over the internet. One person said FFA events are bugged. Let me see, where is it? Interesting. I mean, I don't think it helps that this map just isn't great. Because if it was better, at least the bots would have more occasions to run into each other. But now they're just like wandering in a circle.
They're close.
You know, as I speak. Come on. Oh no. Another one down. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. So we've only got two now. We've got Mickey, we've got Mjolnir. Come on, we're 2 points away from closing this out. From finishing. We can't finish like this. Oh, good. Good. Let's go.
Round one.
Finally.
A win is in reach, Spartan.
The lead. Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill.
Come on, let's go. Isn't there another member of the team around here somewhere? Let's go.
Double kill. Way to victory.
Let's go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this vehicle all around, take all my compadres with me. So that, let's say I die, right? At least they'll be somewhat near the enemies.
Victory.
Instead of just wandering around in a circle on the other side of the map, away from all the enemies, like they're doing right now. Ooh. Okay. Let's go. Good. Hold on. One Generation YT says, bro, what is this? This is Halo. This is Halo Infinite. They just launched some new maps. They just made this map, but it's like absolute dog doo-doo. It's terrible. And now there's like this like danger thing that makes it so you can only spawn if there's like a safe spawn area. It's weird. Let's see. Let's do one more map. Let's do Chasm. Chasm seems fun. Bro, I am loving this music though. This music is fire. Yo, is this on I can't believe I'm asking if Halo music is on Spotify, but I am. Is it on Spotify? Bro, you know what I really want to eat right now? Pretzels. I mean, you could also eat Pringles, but pretzels, like, for real, for real.
There.
Here we go. I think this is like going to be more traditional, traditional type of fighting here. Yeah, because we've got like actual waypoints and everything.
Beautiful shots, man.
Alright, awesome. Ooh. Oh, okay. I got the assist. Okay, fire. Oh no, dang it.
To victory.
They're close.
The needle.
Power weapons incoming.
I'm gonna needle him. I'm gonna needle her. I'm gonna needle you with the needle. Oh dang! Forgot about fists in this game. Yeah, fists are a thing and they're very powerful. Oh no, it's over. He has the high ground. Okay. Nope, can't get the assist on that one.
Round one.
Let's go. How many minutes was that? That wasn't too many.
Round two.
Ever closer to victory.
Okay, well then. That was not smart. I didn't know that would make me a target. Dang. But we're losing? I'm sure they didn't help. Shoot.
They're close. Not today, friend.
Oh man, come on. We are hopelessly outgunned.
Gain the lead.
No.
Halfway to victory.
Power weapons inbound. Power weapons now available.
Oh, come on. Yo, I overshot it by a mile.
Double kill.
Double? Bro, I don't even understand that play I just did. Of course I got slammed.
Another one down. Grapple shot acquired. Very surgical.
Oh man. Man, we're not making much headway here, guys. It's been at like 16 for like a minute.
You were made for that carbine.
Was I now? Okay.
Well struck.
Dang, that was awful.
Nearing victory.
Oh. Brutal. We're at a standstill. The enemy's gaining, right? They're up by like 4 or 5 points. We're only up maybe 2.
Round 1.
Finally. Took us long enough.
Round 3.
You've got them on the run.
Oh.
Lost the lead.
I do like that it is competitive though, because, you know, the matches that I typically am in are not competitive at all.
The lead.
This is a well-designed map. I like this.
Halfway to victory.
Man. Frick, I love this gun. Oh, did that not work?
The efficient banditry, Spartan. Nearing victory.
Yeah, efficient is the way to put it, my guy. Who did that?
Round 1.
Well, we won, so. For my KD ratio, it
A win is
sucks.
in reach, Spartan.
I don't know. Not good. Frick. No support though, so.
Lost the lead.
You know what? How dare I? How dare I blame no support for me not winning a 2v1 on my own, by myself, and with no help. How many headshots does it take?
The lead. Lost the lead. Enemy halfway to victory.
Dang it. Well, so are we. So, hey, let's just praise the Lord. That's how this goes, boys. Oh, man. Don't tell me we're going to lose a round to these guys.
Power weapons
we're at like
incoming.
an 8-point deficit. We gotta tell these Power Rangers to go. We gotta hit this.
Power weapons have arrived.
Gained the lead.
What is this, like a pseudo sniper?
Nearing victory.
What the heck weapon is this? What's it called? The VK-78?
Perforated.
Bingo's closing in.
Come on.
Beautiful shot, Spartan.
Okay. Welp. I feel like One Generation YT's watched one of my streams before. I forget which one. I'm pretty sure it's happened.
Victory.
There we go. It's well done. Well, that's a good way to round out the night, boys. Alrighty. Let's see. Exit the game to the desktop. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the stream. I appreciate everybody hopping into the chat, watching my videos. I know this week has been a little bit sparse when it comes to watch parties. I've just been just like chilling and doing other things at night rather than watching TV on my computer. Everything's correlated to when I'm watching TV on my computer, so I'm not going to be watching TV on my computer every single day, of course, so it makes sense. But anyways, peace out. Oh, enjoy my Discord. Join my Discord. All right. See ya.
These girls on my track, like Selena, baby, on my cheetah, baby, yeah. She thinking a Lambo for a drive, it's on the fancy door, and she right out the store. I got my heart on my sleeve with the city on my back, ain't no pack. Say she from Toronto, I can't find it on the map. That's on me, I put her in the past. Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you could've had the world, yeah, you were my. I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, ayy. Bumping Justin Bieber, the fever ain't left, ayy. She know what she need, all I need, all she blessed, ayy. Giving you my best, ayy, yeah. My heart on my sleeve with a knife from my back. What's with that? Ayy, 21, I love him, that my brother, that's my shot. Ayy, Metro made the beat, so you know that it's gon' slap. Ayy, yeah, it's gon' slap. Ayy, time run it back.